Breakers! Gundam Recirculation Color. This is a special kit, a limited edition version of Gramps based on the Master Grade 3.0, a Recirculation Ecopla line. What is Ecopla? Ecopla is a Gunpla made out of recycled Gunpla to try to combat the extreme plastic demand of the hobby and how it's murdering the environment slowly like everything else is. They take old Gunpla, they melt them down in a steel foundry, I assume, I don't know the process, and they put together special black colored Gunpla that you can buy as promotional toys. They're supposed to be environmentally friendly, or at least a gesture towards it. Hence the Eco in Ecopla. Ecopla. Gundam Recirculation Color is a special version of the same game that you can get either by pre-ordering the game, having it launch, or when you beat the story, it becomes available in the shop. What's goofy about it is it actually has set traits, unlike everything else in the game. And the set traits are actually pretty good, but they might need a tiny bit of explanation. So, starting on the head, every single one of these parts is going to have two different traits, a recirculate and a reuse. Just to clarify, these are set traits with set values. Even if you were to try to fuse two of them together, the value does not change. You are stuck at that 5% no matter what. But what you get is actually pretty dang stellar. First and foremost, Recirculate reduce gauge consumption during Awaken by 5%. That's exactly what it sounds like, just a flat 5% less Awaken used while you're in Awaken. If you go for 100 seconds of Awaken with your duration, it's now 105. That ain't bad. In some cases, that can be better than other Awaken traits, just because it's giving you more in the back end. Now, the weird one is going to be the reuse. A little esoteric to figure out. When it says reuse, recover HP on head pickup, the head pickup it's referring to is specifically picking up a head as loot. I should have a little video on screen right now if I remember to do so and I'm not stupid. Oh god, am I stupid? No, it should be there. And as soon as you beat up a Gunpla and it drops the little plastic loot, if it is a head, you instantly heal 5%. Does not seem like a lot, but when combined with other things, such as the body recovering 10% of your thruster gauge on body pickup, as well as reducing thruster gauge consumption by overall 10%, the arm recovering HP on right arm pickups, and reducing damage overall by 5%, which is pretty dang good. Hey, by the way, you can absolutely just put these in other parts. They will not get bigger by fusing them, but you can just put that 5% in any part you feel like. Or say the left arm, which has equally reduced damage by 5% and recover HP on left arm pickup. The legs, reduce damage by 5% and reuse recover HP on leg pickup. As well as the backpack, which doesn't heal you, but still, as long as you're dropping anything but a backpack off of an enemy, you are getting 5% heal, just bam on spot. Doesn't do a lot for bosses, but in regular play, that can actually be really great. The backpack, though, just as it looks like, reduces thruster consumption, and when you pick up a backpack, your thrusters go back up. It could be better. I mean, I guess I got the same thing going on as the body. I don't find my thrusters down low enough for that to be much of a problem, but probably the weakest of them. The bazooka also has its own traits. Reduce long-range gauge consumption by 5%. That's actually super strong. That is dropping your ammo use on your little blue bar by that much. If you are going for the crazy flavor of the week nuke build where you're launching off war crimes left and right, yappee, yoo-hoo, waha, then this is actually pretty dang good, because that 5% stacks up pretty fast. And then recover long-range gauge on long-range weapon pickup. This can also help you get those multiple nukes being shed out of your butthole by getting a little quick mid-fire reload if they do happen to drop a gun. I know that's all RNG, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen more than it doesn't. The beam rifle has the exact same skills. The beam saber reduce EX gauge consumption. So let's just play with that real quick. Just want to show you exactly what that means. Let's say normally your beam saber combo in your backpack costs you exactly 1 bar. Now it actually costs a little less than 1 bar. And while that doesn't sound like a lot, if you're using it in 2 hands, that adds up pretty quick. Pretty much every 4 or 5 bars you spend, you're getting a refund. There's nothing wrong with that. The other trait on the melee, which is also actually pretty dang decent, EX gauge gain and reduce option cooldown on close range weapon pickup. When something drops a sword, a mace, a whip, something, as long as the loot is a close range weapon, you just get options cooled down and you get extra EH gauge. Cool. And finally, the shield has similar thing. You get that EX back, you get that cooldown in your options by shield pickups, and reduce gauge consumption during Awaken. So just like the head, when you're in Awaken, it's 5% less per each one of these on your consumption. Staying Awakened that much longer. It's pretty cool, actually. Some of these might be a little low impact, especially since you have to rely on the mercy of the random number generation to drop what you need. But some of them, in specific builds, and some of them, like those damage reductions, I can't find any fault with. This is a really cool kit, and the only one in the game, really, that comes with set traits. And the fact that you can just go out and buy this from the shop when you unlock it, has it always be available to just kind of mix and match into different builds. I think this is stellar. If they do more like this, where they're putting out specialty or promo kits that have specific roles in them, curated roles, I can see a lot more demand for DLC in that kind of fashion. Plus, I can, go back to reviewing them.